It's the middle of the night. You roll over and there they are. 80 pounds of warmth pressed against your back, or maybe it's a small furry body wedged between your knees. Either way, your dog has a perfectly good bed of their own. They've never used it. Not once. Most people think they know why. Loyalty. Comfort. Maybe the dog just gets cold. But here's the thing. What your dog is doing when they climb into bed with you every night is one of the most complex emotional behaviors in the entire animal kingdom, and almost no one understands what it actually means. It goes deeper than loyalty, deeper than love. It reaches back 15,000 years and it's written into their DNA. Let's break it down. 1. It was never about staying warm. Let's get the obvious answer out of the way first. Dogs get cold. You're warm. Seems simple. But here's the problem with that theory. Your dog has access to sunny spots, heated floors, radiators, blankets, couches, and probably a pile of your laundry that's been sitting there all week. If warmth was all they were after, they have options. Plenty of them. They don't need you for temperature regulation, but every single night they walk past every warm corner in the house and choose you. Not the couch, not their bed. You. And they don't just sleep near you. They press into you. They wedge themselves against your legs, your back, your side, as if zero distance still isn't close enough. That behavior has nothing to do with body heat. That's something far more primal. And to understand it, you have to look at what sleep actually means to a dog. 2. Sleep is the most vulnerable thing a dog can do. In the wild, falling asleep is a risk. Every survival instinct a canine has tells them to find somewhere hidden, somewhere sheltered, somewhere no predator could approach without being detected first. A dog asleep is a dog defenseless. Their reaction time drops, their senses dim, their muscles relax, and for thousands of years the difference between a wolf who slept in the wrong place and one who didn't was life and death. That instinct hasn't gone away. Your dog still carries it, buried deep in their wiring, no matter how many generations have passed since their ancestors last had to outrun a threat. So when your dog walks into your bedroom, jumps onto your mattress, and falls asleep pressed against your body, they're making a decision that goes against some of the oldest survival programming in their brain. They're choosing you over safety. Or more accurately, they're telling you that you are safety. That's not a habit, that's not convenience, that's trust at its most absolute. 3. Your dog is bonded to you the way an infant bonds to its mother. This is where it starts to get really interesting. Researchers at Eötvös-Loránd University in Budapest adapted the same attachment test that psychologists use to study human infants, a method called the strange situation procedure, and applied it to dogs. The result? Dogs form attachment bonds with their owners that are functionally identical to the bond a baby forms with its caregiver. Not similar, identical. When their owner is present, the dog explores confidently. When the owner leaves, they show distress. When the owner returns, they seek closeness immediately. This is textbook secure attachment. And here's what most people never realize. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, they are performing the single most fundamental behavior in attachment psychology, seeking closeness to their safe person at the moment of greatest vulnerability. They're not being clingy. They're not being needy. They're telling you that you're the safest thing in their world. And that instinct didn't come from training. It came from 15,000 years of evolution choosing this exact bond over and over again. 4. Something is happening in both of your brains, and science can barely explain it. In 2015, researchers in Japan discovered something remarkable. When a dog gazes at their owner, and the owner gazes back, both of them experience a simultaneous surge in oxytocin, the exact same hormone that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn for the first time. But here's the part that no one talks about. It's a loop. The dog's oxytocin goes up, the owner's oxytocin goes up, which makes the dog want to gaze more, which releases more oxytocin, which deepens the bond further. A self-reinforcing neurochemical cycle. And they tested the same interaction with wolves raised by humans. Nothing happened. The loop didn't activate at all. This means that somewhere in the 15,000 years dogs spent evolving alongside us, they developed a biological mechanism to bond with humans that no other animal on Earth shares with us. And when does this loop run strongest? During close physical contact, during calm, quiet moments, during sleep. Every night your dog presses against you in bed, that chemical bond is reinforcing itself. You're not just sharing a mattress, you're running a neurological program that was built across millennia specifically for this. And hey, if this is changing the way you see your dog, hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us reach more people who care about understanding their dogs on a deeper level. 5. Your bodies are syncing in ways you can't feel. Here's a study that almost nobody talks about. Researchers at the University of Jyväskylä in Finland measured the heart rate variability of dogs and their owners during rest. What they found was extraordinary. When bonded dogs slept beside their owners, their autonomic nervous systems began to synchronize. The dog's stress levels mirrored the owner's. When the owner was calm, the dog's body settled. When the owner was restless, the dog's body responded. Two entirely separate nervous systems from two different species, co-regulating each other through the night. They ran the same test with unfamiliar dogs and humans. No synchronization at all. This only happens within bonded pairs. What this means is that sleeping beside your dog isn't just a psychological comfort, it's a neurological event. Your dog isn't just lying next to you. Their body is literally tuning itself to yours. And here's the part that might surprise you. The research suggests it goes both ways. People who sleep with their dogs report feeling safer, calmer, and more emotionally grounded, even when the dog objectively disrupts their sleep with movement and repositioning. The felt experience of safety was stronger than the disruption. Your dog might actually be restoring something ancient. Something we lost when we started sleeping alone behind locked doors. 6. Where they sleep on the bed is a message. Does your dog sleep at your feet, against your back, right on top of your chest? None of this is random. A dog who sleeps at your feet is taking a guardian position. They're placing themselves between you and the door, the entry point, the place where a threat would come from. A dog curled against your back is covering the angle you can't see. They've got your blind spot. A dog who presses directly into your stomach or chest is seeking maximum contact, maximum closeness. That's the attachment drive at its peak. And a dog who sleeps facing away from you, back pressed into yours? Some owners take that personally. Don't. In canine body language, turning your back to someone means you trust them so completely that you don't need to watch them. It's one of the highest compliments a dog can offer. They've decided you'll protect them while they protect you. Back to back, like a pack. 7. If they suddenly stop, pay attention. This is the part I need you to really hear. Because this is the one thing most dog owners miss, and it matters more than anything else in this video. If your dog has been sleeping with you for months, maybe years, and that suddenly changes, do not ignore it. Dogs are creatures of deep routine. They don't abandon a pattern this significant without a reason. Sometimes the reason is physical. Joint pain, arthritis, or illness can make jumping onto the bed uncomfortable or even painful. This is especially true for older dogs. Disrupted sleep patterns are one of the earliest signs of canine cognitive dysfunction, the dog equivalent of dementia. It affects an estimated 35% of dogs over 8 years old. A vet visit is worth it. Always. Sometimes the reason is environmental. A new pet, a new person, a change in your schedule. Dogs are deeply sensitive to shifts in their world. Something that seems small to you can feel massive to them. And sometimes the reason is emotional. If something frightened them in the bedroom, if there was conflict in that space, if the energy shifted, they may pull away to protect themselves. Your dog doesn't have language. Behavior is the only way they can tell you something is wrong. So if the nightly ritual changes, listen. So the next time you wake up at 3 in the morning with exactly 6 inches of mattress and 80 pounds of dog pressed against your legs, remember what's actually happening. It's not loyalty. It's not habit. It's not because they're cold. It's 15,000 years of evolution. A neurochemical bond that no other species on Earth shares with us. An attachment system built to mirror the connection between parent and child. And a nervous system that has learned to sync with yours in the dark, breath by breath, heartbeat by heartbeat. Your dog chose you, not the couch, not the floor, not the warm patch by the radiator. You. Because sleeping beside you is the safest place in their world. And honestly, the science suggests it might be doing something for you too.